Hi, Olivia. So tell me about a time that you were in a challenging workplace situation. What was the situation and how did you get through it?
Yeah, so prior to entering the field of dietetics, I used to work at an animal hospital, and Saturdays were often the busiest day that we had since we usually had a smaller team working then. It was just one doctor, a couple of vet techs, and two receptionists, including myself. So, our responsibility as receptionists was to manage all of the client communication, so answering the calls and the emails, checking the patients in and out, processing any medication and food pickups, handling emergency walk ins, or coordinating transfers to emergency hospitals. So, this is something that could quickly become very overwhelming, especially since I was often the seasoned receptionist on staff. So, I would be also guiding or assisting other receptionists in their tasks sometimes. So during those times, I learned how to effectively prioritize tasks and communicate closely with not only the veterinary team, but also the clients so that everyone was updated and informed. This also helped me to practice staying calm and organized, and it also helped me to learn how to delegate responsibilities between myself and my coworker. So by maintaining this focus and open communication, we were able to handle the busy workloads on weekends and ensure that each patient received timely attention, which I think strengthened my ability to multitask, problem solve under pressure, and collaborate with the team, which are skills that I think would translate very well to this position.
Perfect. So, and how would you manage a patient who is refusing to follow your recommended diet and nutrition advice?
So if a patient were refusing to follow my recommendations, I would want to understand first why they're refusing and understand their perspective and where they're coming from. So, for example, are they refusing because of certain cultural or religious reasons that we weren't aware of? Are there any perceived barriers that they may have as to why they believe that they cannot follow the diet? Or is there just a lack of knowledge or maybe a misunderstanding about the nutritional impact that this diet could have on their health? So I believe in situations like this, the skills that I learned from my education and my rotations could help me to explore the client or the patient's perspective and enhance their understanding of my recommendations. And this way I can also learn what their goals are for their health. So in this way we can work collaboratively and perhaps then they would be more open to following my recommended diet or nutrition advice, and if at the end of the day they still do not want to follow it, I just have to abide by the ethical code of respecting their autonomy and understand that as long as I did my due diligence to provide them with evidence based information, then they always have the right to make informed decisions about their health.
And as a dietitian, how would you treat a patient with multiple or serious health conditions?
So, for a patient with multiple or serious health conditions, I think that I've had ample experience with this in my clinical rotation. So, what I've done in those situations that I think would apply in future situations is to take a comprehensive approach. So, always review their medical history, what medications they're on, what their lab values look like, what are their nutrition related symptoms, and what are the other providers' notes, so that this way I can gain a better understanding of which condition or conditions may take priority from my nutrition perspective. And then I would want to communicate that with the patient on what my concerns are and what my goals are, and provide them with evidence based recommendations and let them know that this is to help support their quality of life, but also I want to honor their personal health goals.
So, thank you so much, Olivia. We would be very happy to have you as part of our team. We are ready to offer you a paying salary of 50K to start. How does that sound?
So thank you so much for your offer. I'm really excited about the opportunity. I feel that this role aligns with my experiences as well as my career goals. I was hoping that the salary would be closer to 55,000 just based on my qualifications and my prior clinical experience as well as the responsibilities of the position. So is there any flexibility in that starting salary?
So, I believe we can go up to 53, but I would have to contact HR for that first.
Okay, I totally understand, and I really appreciate you working with me on that. So thank you. This does sound like a strong offer, and I would like to take the rest of the day to consider. So would it be all right if I follow up with you tomorrow?
Yep, of course.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time.
You.